What's up, man? 187 New Breed, YouTube, Realist Brother, uh, Ustream, Stevie J Franchise, and Nobody Cares on two Facebook's accounts. Um, you know what? I want to speak on female sensitivity. Now, I got to shout out to my man B for making me think about this and making me want to do a show on this, man. Um, with female sensitivity, I don't understand because women today in society, especially in America, are very sensitive, and we can't worry about how sensitive they are. A lot of uh, guys want to give them the benefit of the doubt because they're women. They like, oh, well, she's naturally emotional and all that. You like, okay, that's bullshit. Because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna give a female a pass because she's a woman and she's emotional and she has issues. Because here's the problem with a lot of you guys. You guys will sit here and worship a woman when, and my boy brought this to me, and I'm gonna bring this on the video. You can't worship a woman more than you worship God. Because a lot of you guys will do, I love you more than anything in this world. And you love, and you like, you can't worship anything better than God. You can't do that. So a lot of you guys doing all this stuff that you don't need to do, especially when you talking to a girl and she don't feel the same way that you do. Especially, and also if she's not doing the same thing that you are. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of the same thing I just put out. But I think, with a lot of women crying and then you'll tell them about themselves when they're doing something wrong and then it's all about you. But when they do something wrong, the shit is okay. I remember I was in this group and I was talking about, I did a video on tongue rings, tongue rings, tattoos, and something else I forgot. I know I did it about 2 years ago on Ustream. And I was speaking, I brought it together, and then this girl got upset at me. I'm not even going to mention her name because she's actually still mad at me because of this video. But I'm not going to mention her name. But, like I didn't mention it in there. But, when women will tell you, oh, I did this, ring and for my tongue or do certain things. But I said, that's bullshit. And then this girl got mad at me. We went at it in a group on Facebook. And then everybody, people talking about, man, you can't go at women. You can't go at women like that, man. She too sensitive and shit. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about those sensitivity on women. I don't give a fuck about all that. So, fellas, you can't let this sensitivity of women get to you because, check this out. They use that shit to their advantage. Like I said, you can't worship and do all this stuff and let women get away with that. You know what I'm saying? You can't let them get away with being a bitch. You can't let them get away with being a bitch. And a lot of you do that. They're like, oh man, I ain't gonna let that, just let the shit slide. Sometimes you can't let shit slide. You gotta just put her in check. Like, look here, you can't be doing all this shit because now it's almost like today America wants a man to be a simp instead of being a man and telling women about themselves. That's why you got so many women talking about and I was looking at Tariq Nasheed's episode about his newest episode. I forgot the name of it. And he brought up some real good things. He said, what's up women and these feminists and all this stuff. And they hate it when, especially, women in videos, and they have to be like this, and how come you don't have a certain kind of color, and all this stuff, and all. So, it's like, women nowadays are sensitive about everything, and they want to get a pass at it. And you can't get a pass at everything. Because women, you have to understand, a lot of guys, some are not, you can't use that crying, that what you've been through, how you got a lot of kids, and why men don't treat you good and all that. You can't use that fucking excuse. If a guy doesn't want to deal with you because you have kids, or because you've been strung out, or because of your past, you have to deal with that shit. Because let's be honest, if it was the other way around, you wouldn't want to deal with this dude. You wouldn't want to deal with a guy who has a whole bunch of kids, who's been with a lot of women. So if you don't want to be around a dude like that, why would a dude want to be around you? And you have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Let's keep it real. You can't, women are sensitive about everything. And you have to just be a fucking boss and just not give a fuck. Because a lot of these women love assholes. That whole nice guy bullshit, the fuck out of here. They're like an asshole. You can't be no wimp around these women. Because they will set you up. They will, they ain't gonna have no respect for them. So, when a woman tells me what she's been through, and the relationships, and cheating, and all this shit, I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. A lot of times, you just like, look, where we gonna fuck? You know what I'm saying? What's, like Jadakiss said, what's up, ma? Is we fucking or what? You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys just care about that, but the sensitivity, I hate when, guys is all that, or a lot of, or of course, in the black community, there's a lot of black women who are very sensitive about something. They sensitive about still being in the hood, about the niggas they fuck with, all the kids they got, and how nobody respect them, and don't nobody respect black women, and how they portray and in videos, and why it's gotta be this skin and that skin and all this shit. And it's like, okay, so why they gotta degrade themselves on TV? Well, if you ain't doing shit about it, then stop talking shit if you ain't gonna say nothing about it, or do something about it, or have a rally about the shit. That's with black women, white women, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Sensitive guys beat me up and talk shit to me and come to me and always, fuck me over and all that shit. I'm like, okay, so that's something you need to talk to a shrink at. I don't give a fuck. I'm not your shrink. So, ladies, stop using your sensitivity to your advantage and for making people feel sorry for you. You're not in the movie. You're not getting the Academy Award. So stop all that bullshit. Okay? Just stop all that bullshit. Change yourselves. Stop blaming everybody else for your shit and do something about yourself. Okay? For real. Just stop. I'm so tired of women complaining about so much shit. I'm tired of men complaining about shit. But you have to understand, ladies, sometimes y'all gotta get the difference between a man complaining and a guy telling you how it is. Because a lot of you women will get sensitive, like, well, you just seem like you mad or you bitter and all this stuff. It's not the fact that a man is bitter. It's just that when a man is up to here with all the shit that women do and all the gameplay and all that, then when a dude tells you about yourself, then you want to get all sensitive and act all, you ain't got to act like that. You ain't got to do that. Oh, and you trying to play somebody is good, but when I tell you about yourself, oh, I'm the fucked up one. I'm this, I'm that. You know, telling about men and how fucked up they are and shit. But when a man tells you about how you are,